Realistically, where could the Mega Charizard X SAR card, this card, go to? Let's say in the next month. Let's say by the end of the year. Where do we think this card could potentially go? Short answer, I think it could be around $200 to $300. And this gold card have a quite a tough take on this, even though it's much harder to pull. I think this one is going to be more. This gold card will eventually be probably a bit more expensive than this SAR. So this card will probably be in the $300 region, is where I would place this particular card. And why is that? Because Phantasmal Flames is a very small set. There are only 5 SARs. Let's deal with this Mega Charizard X EX SAR first. There's only 5 SARs, 4 Pokemon SARs and 1 Trainer SAR. Okay, if we look at the pull rates, to pull any SAR, it's 1 out of 80 packs. A specific SAR is 1 out of 400 packs. That's because if you take 80 and you times it by 5, you get 400. So to pull a specific SAR, like for example the Mega Charizard X SAR, is around 1 out of every 400 packs. Now let's contrast that with Mega Evolutions. Same era, same era. Pokemon wise, it's not as popular as Charizard. We got Lucario, we got Gardevoir, we got Venusaur. Now, despite Venusaur being a Gen 1 Pokemon, it is not as popular as Charizard. So if we look at the pull rates, any SRR, Mega Evolution has a more difficult pull rate, 1 out of 101. But because there's more of them, so any specific SRR, there's 10 SRRs, it's 1 out of 1008. So if there's the same amount of products, same amount of supply of these cards for both sets, then there will be 2.5 times more of this Charizard than a SIR in Mega Evolutions, because I took 1000 and I divided by 400, 2.5. But because Charizard is a more popular Pokemon than these sets, than this set, Charizard is a more popular Pokemon than Lucario, Gardevoir, and Venusaur, okay, and even Latias. So let's just say, okay, that's fine. Then, despite it having a much higher supply, there's also a higher demand for that card. So let's just say it covers the gap of a 2.5 multiple. So these will likely be, a short-term price for where this card could be by the end of the year. It's around 200, that's sort of like a normal level off. Maybe you can say because Charizard is so much more popular, there might be a premium even above these prices. So it could be on the higher end, $300 compared to these cards. Okay, so perhaps it could be a $300 card. But what is its absolute floor? I don't think that Charizard is going to go below $100. At least we have this card, this Charizard EX SIR from Obsidian Flames. And if we look at the pull rates for Obsidian Flames, it's 1 out of 216 cards. Okay. So it's much easier to pull than the Phantasmal Flames Mega Charizard X EX. So it's chilling at $74 at the moment. So I think that's probably a floor for where this card could end up with, because it's got a much better artwork. Arguably, art is subjective, but I think it's got a better artwork than that Charizard over there, even though I would say this artwork is not bad at all. Okay, so I think a floor for this would probably be around $100. But I think, yeah, the high end, it could be 200 to 300 is where I'm placing this card at. Obviously, it's using just broken math and just expectations and some guessing, a lot of guesswork. But yeah, that's where I see this. And this gold card, I think, just based on the Lucoro, if we apply the same, guesswork, this mega hyper rare Charizard is 1 out of every 1260, which is similar to the Mega Evolution Mega Hyper Rares MHR rarity. So there's going to be twice as much of this Charizard compared to these gold cards. Okay. So again, let's gonna use because Charizard is a much popular Pokemon, so there could be it could cover that hype. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's why the gold card could be around $300 to $400 by the end of the year, just because it's much harder to pull and it's a Charizard. But that's just speculation. It may just continue falling with Charizard. I think 650 and 700 for these two cards are way too high right now. It will not be able to hold these values. Charizard will not be able to carry this set. And yeah, this will be a $300 card. This will be a $200 to $300 card. Total set value will be close to 1,000. That's where I see it. And if we just compare the other SIRs, it's just really it's almost on the same level. Look at this. All the SIRs are either 50 or below 50. Only Dawn is above 50. The other SIRs are all below 50. Check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similar situation as Obsidian Flames, where the other SIRs, this one's 14. Where's the other SIRs? Wow, even the other SIRs. Look at this SQ, $4 for SIRs. And then where's the other? I think Obsidian Flames also had very few SIRs, and also this SIR $3. Look at this, two SIRs, $3 and $4. So arguably, I think the artwork on these SIRs are better, but they're just mid Pokemons, and yeah, you could probably see them going towards $20 very soon. Even this Rotom is $30, so this one will probably be like $10 or sub $10 very soon. And yeah, that's really my take. $200 to $300, I think, is probably going to be what this is going to be priced at towards the end of the year. Let me know what you think. Catch you next one.